Howdy, my name is Angel Dalion, future graduate of Sul Ross State, son of Roscoe, Texas residents Rosemary and Chris Schmidt. In this video, you will learn about my background, personality, career, and what I had planned on doing with this information upon graduation of the spring 2021. Thus, the beginning of who I am and a reflection of my past will be taken to emphasize how past experiences and learnings have formed my character today. Starting off, being born in Dalhart, Texas, where I was the third son to, in a year, later be an older brother to the youngest sibling and only daughter. Neither of my parents went to achieve anything outside high school, despite my mother's efforts at Texas State Technical College. Life included mom always working, being at work, school, and playing with siblings. Sometimes a little too rough, leading to a body cast. Growing up with tough love, upon first grade, we moved to Roscoe, Texas, and lived with our grandma until the house was found. After finding our home, our dad left shortly after, or my mom made him leave due to her and us suffering alcohol and physical abuse, resulting in a mom who was even more at work, working multiple jobs to supply for her 4 children and herself, leading to have my stepdad, or who really is my dad, as he raised us and came in with love and discipline, and in doing so, after now being married to my mother for 11 years, has resulted in the person who is talking to you now. Someone who took a passion for school after initially struggling. Someone who learned respect and discipline after being a witness of my mother of none of that. Someone who took on film projects inspired by modern cinema. Someone who took drone curriculum to graduate with the FAA drone pilot license. Someone who took dual credit classes in high school to graduate with an associate's degree at the top 10 of his class. Someone who found a love in high school sports and understanding of what a team is. From this someone would go on to pursue college as the first of their family and first generation, with much hope of achieving these goals with the family full of support. Doing so would lead to choose what to pursue for life, and initially I chose to teach. In high school and in all forms of my education upon 3rd grade, I was able to have well-disciplined, educated teachers who helped form me. Thus, upon graduation with such great teachers who led me to they led me to pursue career towards doing what these people around me had such a great impact on. Thus, my choice was made to pursue college with my family behind me. To choose Sul Ross was its own adventure. As I went to college fair asking questions, trying to find a good, cheap school, to be honest, when my prayer was answered, hearing about Sul Ross. It provided a new journey away from home, 4 hours to be exact, and a chance to get an education about academics and myself. Coming into college with my basics done, I had time to focus on my major, which was originally mathematics, with help with and assistance of tutoring at the Library of Mathematics. After the first semester, not of struggle, but of lack of passion, I knew it wasn't for me. Rather, communication with criminal justice was the pathway that piqued interest in discussing and working with others. Meanwhile, the criminal justice aspect came into importance as I wanted to educate the others of law and order. These classes really piqued an interest in my senior year, where decision upon my career at 19-year-old was upcoming, where I was living off campus, working a part full-time job, and taking 21 hours among tutoring math made the decision of career interest. Not to mislead you with that to be a list of excuses, but of persuasion, as those factors have built an identity and passion some way into a more political criminal justice field. Among these classes was peaks of interest from various criminal justice, police corruptions, to communicating markets, and critical thinking. The most grabbing of these courses would be a mixture of the two varying classes, and how corruption and politics, market, and how people think critically are not about these topics. Politics and/or any government stance is viewed very different among parts of the government, the states, even neighbors. People believe in one stance, and hearing the other is a crime. It's ridiculous, it's absurd, but it was, and in heart of mine own, not correct, and never intended to be this way. Here in Alpine, Texas, or even at Roscoe, Texas, you will find cases of this in disbelief in the government by her citizens, and news of either far-stretched beliefs has folks thinking non-critically but hateful. To have this tear and division causes nothing united that we claim to be, and to make a change is all truthfully anyone aspires to do. From sports, academics, ethics, your own family, other families, others, to change is the dream. Growing up with these positive influences led to a dream of change that seems not so far stretched. As you hear politics and discuss how it has a negative sour tone, which, after becoming educated, has given the path to how I want to make change. An exact career and job start preceding college would suffice in aid of mine future in explanation to you. Personally, I wish I knew it myself. To distress some, with my 7 classes this spring semester, there is some stress, and with the graduation that adds on to that career job locating, there is some more stress added on to that degree. But there is a job interest in how people perceive politics and neutralizing this left versus right neighbor to neighbor fight. Ideally, my future pertains, God willing, to a career where I can be a voice for the people of what is right, addressing media to the point of eliminating false and misinterpreted news headlines to keep the Americans truthfully knowledgeable and aware. Big aspirations, I know. But there is faith based in these aspirations, with heavy influence of my mother encouraging the true peak of my possibility in life. The quote, "Aim for the moon and you'll land among the stars," feels most fitting to present in this point in my life. Thus, the transition in my career line, currently there is in belief at continuing my education here at Ross, past and bachelor's degree, with emphasis of criminal justice, that being in master's. To further knowledge myself and allow education in my resume for future career opportunities. Therefore, some more time is intended to be taken here in rural Alpine to educate and meanwhile continue work and live off campus. So what seems right now and most likely to occur, God willing, is upon graduation to find myself a job on staff at Ross State University. And finding a job opportunity on the university staff allows some experience in a more official environment with good benefits. Those benefits include a primary benefit of paying for some of my master's degree classes while enrolled and a part of the staff. A 19-year-old graduate with an aspirations to clear and mend politics to reduce fear, worry, and rivalry among neighbor to neighbor. The exact line and the exact career that will be taken is in the air, but utilizing this bachelor's in comm with a minor of criminal justice to improve news and politics is surely certain. Sitting and watching a longer video, you can get lost. So take away from this, a hard-working first-generation young man who seeks to improve and clear society perception of the government. With the past provided formed me, the education and great influences in my life provided have taught me, and the future now following college graduation is up to me.